the question that I would have you ask yourself is, are you lying to yourself?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about lying to other people, and so many people are lying to their own selves.
Mm-hmm.
And so the reason, and I've said this a trillion and million times, fitness is the gateway drug to excellence in every area of your life, because you have to fucking be honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts today.
Mm-hmm.
To you, listener, it starts today. You have to be honest with, what am I consuming? What am I telling myself? Am I stuck in a victim mindset where it's, do you have legitimate things? Because there are legitimate things.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you just lying to yourself?
Welcome to Elevated Life, Real Wellness and Transformation Podcast, where we walk alongside the internally driven individual as they transform their life through wellness, movement, mindset, and personal responsibility. If that's you, you're in the right place. Let's jump in.
Well, believe it or not, it's already time to start thinking about fall.
I know. Isn't that crazy? I was just thinking, like, summer is wrapping up.
Yeah. Bananas.
Totally bananas.
And I mean, I guess it varies. You know, we have people listening more than just our prior home.
Right.
But I know for a lot of you listening, it didn't seem like there was much of a summer, which kind of is the norm now. Seems
Yeah.
like, unfortunately.
I feel like summer flies by and then winter is like frozen in time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I
Maybe not
agree.
anymore. Now that we're on Kauai, I feel like all days kind of meld together.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the days of the week aren't even a thing. I mean, at least for me.
Well, it's been different for you because you've got Saturday, Sunday work now.
Yeah.
And
Friday,
so,
Saturday, Sunday.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, just there isn't a, you know, your weekend and my weekend are different.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it is just kind of all jumbly, and which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I'm not minding it.
But the reason we're bringing it up
Yeah.
is with, you know, as like every year with the end of summer comes, okay, it's fall now. We got to start thinking about fall things. And one of the fall things is getting back into routine. You know, if you've got kids, they're getting back into school. Vacations are probably wrapping up. Just, you know, all the things that come with fall from a day-to-day life
Yep.
type thing.
Yep.
So we wanted to talk today about if you're feeling like, okay, you know, summer was fantastic, I had fun, but it's time to get my shit together.
Totally. And even if that isn't like a seasonal thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's just more like, okay, I have let things slide for way too long, and it is time to make a change because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired,
Yeah,
basically.
Great point. It doesn't have anything really to do with the season.
Sure.
It's just kind of a natural thing for some people, but this applies wherever you are in life right now.
Absolutely.
If you're ready to go, ready to do that.
Yeah. And so we have kind of a list of things that if you are a beginner and you are just like, I have to make a change, I don't know where to start, and there's so much noise out there, because there's a shit ton of noise in the fitness and health industry. At the end of the day, I want you to listen to yourself, but first you have to have some guidance at first, and then you can start to trust yourself, trust your body as you get to know yourself in this process. So
hold on, let's do this fun thing that we do sometimes, because I haven't seen your list.
Oh,
we've just talked about this.
Yeah.
And we talk about it a lot, but we haven't specifically talked about the list yet. So I know my number one thing, and I'm guessing we've got the same things, you know, whatever, but I want to see where my number one thing is on your list.
Oh, okay.
This is, I think, the absolute number one thing. Nothing else works, in my opinion, without this. Can you guess what it is? Drum roll. Sleep.
Oh, it's funny. I knew you were going to say that. I was like, oh, it's sleep, and sleep's number 4, but not because I feel like it's number 4. It just came in to number 4.
That was a number. You don't have them in any order.
No.
Yeah.
No, these are just like 8 things that I think. So, if you have a pen and paper, you might want to jot these things down, and you can expand on them on your own, right? We're just giving you these tools if you want to change your life. Very easy steps to do. Well, what do I want to say? Simple, not easy.
Yes.
Because it's never easy to completely, reroute your path. It just isn't. But why don't you expand on sleep?
Well, I think instead of that, let's go down your list so it doesn't mess up. So we can just go in your order. I just wanted to throw that one out there because we'll get into it more. I also just wanted to mention we do some of these, and we'll try to talk about when it comes up. Some of these we already have more extensive podcasts on.
Oh, for sure.
Hey friends, if you're getting something out of this, connect with us on our social media platforms. We're at CJElevatedLife_ on Instagram and TikTok, and CJ Elevated Life on Facebook and X. We're answering DMs, sharing daily content, and building community with people ready for real transformation. For now, hit subscribe wherever you're listening, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. We drop 2 new episodes every week. And if this episode resonates, share it. That's how we reach more people who are ready for change. You can also find everything at cjelevatedlife.com. All right, let's keep going.
Hey, quick pause. If this episode is hitting you and you're ready for real tools, here's what we built.
Head on over to cjelevatedlife.com, pick up the Rebuilt Method for Men or the Rebuilt Method for Women, just $67 each. We also created the Parasite Detox Blueprint at $37, and this is actually the exact protocol we use ourselves.
And while you're there, sign up for the newsletter. You'll get the weekly action steps and new tools we've tested ourselves. Let's get back to the episode.
Sure.
And some of them we're going to be doing in the very near future.
Yeah.
So there's going to be, this is just kind of like the overview of everything. We already have some deep dives. So if something piques your interest, you're curious about it, go back and see, go find an old podcast that we've done, or stay tuned because we've got some cool ones coming up that are pretty big deep dives into things.
Absolutely. So my first thing is walking every day. That is a basic human function. And if you're just starting, I'm not talking about this all or nothing attitude that we tend to get where it's like, if I'm not walking for a full hour every day, then what's the use? There's so much use. So even if it's just, I'm going to start every single day walking out and getting my mail. That's what I'm going to start with. And then I'm going to progress from that to walking around the block. And then I'm going to progress from that to walking wherever. But it is a basic human function. And so many people, as they advance in their age, lose the ability to just walk and feel balanced, right? So walking is my number one.
I think I want to throw out a caveat or something at the beginning of this because we'll probably mention it a lot. Basically, all of these, I think, again, I don't know your full list, but they're very much start small. If that's where you need to. You don't have to start small.
Yeah.
But
that's even on my list.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because walking is one that it gets very easy to eliminate the small ways that you walk. So like all of a sudden you're driving around for 5 more minutes trying to find a spot that's 3 spots closer.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, because you don't want to walk.
Right.
Those little things and it's just, that one always seems like such a cheesy, like self-help, which I guess is kind of what we're talking about, but park further away from the store. But that's a thing.
It is a thing.
And it's really incredible for the people who have tracked their steps, which, I think we could probably both argue for and against tracking your steps.
Yeah.
But it is fascinating that when people just do those little things, walk out and get the mail, park a little bit further away, like that shit adds up.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. And like I said, walking as a human, it's just fundamentally part of being human.
Mhm.
And so it's super important that you're walking. And again, I really like to stay away from the, okay, I'm going to start walking tomorrow and I'm going to walk 5 miles,
Mhm.
or I'm going to walk, every day for an hour, because a lot of times that you're setting yourself up to fail.
Mhm.
So it would be more like, again, this is just for the beginner. I'm starting with 5 minutes a day, and then I'm going to build, because everyone has to start somewhere. So no shame in the game, right? No shame in any of this.
I would say, and maybe this is a little bit too strong, and feel free to push back, which I don't know that I need to give you permission to push back, but um, make it a non-negotiable
Yeah, I agree.
of whatever that, if it's 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what the weather is, it doesn't matter if it's raining or if it's cold or if it's super hot, 5 minutes.
Yep.
Because the critical thing about so many of these, I think, is the act of doing it.
The
Meaning
consistency.
starting, like,
Yeah.
walking out your front door
Mm-hmm.
is as important as getting back to the clear to the mailbox and
Yeah.
back when you're starting.
For
And
sure.
that's such, that's a hard thing when you start saying, oh, it's rainy or it's really windy or it's cold or, whatever the case may be, like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow.
Right.
That's just, if you're at this point where you're really looking for those things, there is no tomorrow.
No, it's now.
It has to be now.
It's absolutely now. So of course, the next thing that I have is resistance training, some form of resistance training and a full body workout. You can get into all the nuances of push, pull, and back and buys and leg day and, shoulder day, whatever, later, right? Later. Right now, we're just building some consistency. And if you're just beginning, we've talked in past podcasts about body weight things. That is also considered resistance training at the genesis of your fitness journey. Right. And then you are progressing to bands. After that, you can do lightweight. The important thing is that we're doing progressive overload. So this whole notion of I'm going to buy 5-pound weights and then I'm going to use them for the rest of my life, no, that stops muscle growth, right? And your body adapts and it gets stronger. And so you want to keep with the progressive overload, which is, lifting heavier as you go. But when you're starting out, if you're just starting, do body weight things.
I think it's such a critical thing, and I'm basically just going to repeat you on this, but it's so important to realize body weight workouts are resistance training.
Yeah.
So, if you're just, and we've talked all kinds of podcasts about like the Instagram guru, quote unquote gurus and stuff, and it takes 2 seconds to be so overwhelmed with everything. And resistance training is one of those, if you've never done it, like, what is that? There's no way. There's no way I can incline bench press and, put a bar on my back and squat like that. There's no way. So
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, so understanding that resistance training starts with just doing those basic, to your point, you don't need to target individual muscles right now.
Yeah.
Do some body weight squats, do something with your legs, do something with your upper body.
Right. And so when we talk about doing something, I'm going to give you a few things to do.
Good.
I would do 3 sets of 10 to start body weight squats. I would rest for a minute or two in between each set. I would do body weight lunges. You can even hold on to a table or a chair. Again, like 2 sets to 10. Lunges are critical, like especially for people who have a hard time with their balance. It really helps with balance.
Yeah.
I would do a bridge, like laying on your back, and you just bring your hips up and squeeze your glutes. You can set something heavy on your abdominal, on your waist, right? To get the glutes there. I would do some wall push-ups, right? Because that's good. do you have anything to add? And everything is 3 sets to 10 here,
Mhm.
guys, with some rest in between. And just what I just told you would probably take about 15 minutes. The rest periods are what is going to take the longest, honestly.
Yeah. I would say, as with all of these things, probably give yourself grace when you're
Yeah.
starting. The even if you can't get to 3 sets of 10, get to 3 sets of whatever
Yeah.
you can do. If you can't get all the way down in a body weight squat, go
Big
to
deal.
where you can go.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you're first starting out,
Yeah.
you're not gonna see all your gains after a week.
No,
But
you're
you could
not.
hurt yourself if
Yeah.
you think,
Try
oh
to
no, I
push
can
it.
do this.
Yeah.
Just go to where your body's telling you, and then continue to push that.
It's
And
just practicing like
Mhm.
anything else. You're not going to start out being a pro. I think some of the biggest feedback that we get with new clients is it's humbling.
Mhm.
They feel more upset about their first session than excitement, or I would say it's both, but it's definitely more upset because guess what? They didn't realize that 10 body weight squats and some lunges was going to be so difficult, right?
Yeah.
Because they garden, because they
Mhm.
do this, they're not just sitting all day. Well, it's a different movement, guys. And if you're not doing resistance training, then those muscles are atrophy.
Mhm.
They just are.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a good start right there. The next thing on my list, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think that's good for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we could talk and we have for hours
Yeah.
about it, but just as
Totally.
a general, to keep in the theme of this is kind of an overview of
Yeah.
stuff, I think that's great.
The next thing is obviously nutrition. Okay. So if you are looking to feel healthier, have healthier skin, have a healthier mindset, have a healthier body, lose body fat, not just weight,
Mhm.
but body fat, you're going to have to clean up your diet.
Mhm.
And that needs to revolve around whole foods and protein.
Yeah.
So every meal should be built around some protein.
This is my absolute favorite advice that Jonna gives everybody I've ever heard her talk to about nutrition. And so clearly I've stolen it and used it as well. But because it's daunting if you're really honest with your diet and it's like, oh, it's kind of shitty, even if I
Yeah,
think it's
first of all, be
okay.
honest.
Yeah.
Because so many people are like, oh, I eat great.
Uh-huh.
And then when they really dive into it, the 6 coffee drinks a day.
Right.
Yeah.
But the absolute best piece of advice, add something.
Yeah.
Rather than, because if you jump into even the very top level of all these things, it's a lot. It's a complete lifestyle change.
Yep.
And so then all of a sudden, and the trap, a lot of people, including me several times over my life, it's like, okay, I'm being healthy. I'm going to do it. My nutrition needs to get on point. Throw all the shit away out of the, and then I'm just going to completely dive into.
I'm going to buy the big bucket of lettuce at Costco and let it rot in my refrigerator.
So, depending on where your nutrition is, add an apple.
Yeah, if you're starting at standard American diet and you don't even eat fruits and veggies, I would just start with an addition instead of a subtraction. Allow yourself a good solid month, in my opinion, to clean up completely your diet. Do not do the all or nothing thing, like Clint just explained, and toss everything out of your fridge and blah, 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 blah. Let's just start maybe not getting the coffee drink or not having the afternoon, sweet snack, or maybe not starting your day with something that's going to spike the insulin, so high that, you're having cravings for the rest of the day. Start with adding a salad at dinner and an apple in the afternoon or whatever fruit you love.
Yeah.
Right? Like it very basic things here, guys.
I think that's another trap that people can sometimes fall into if they start looking at nutrition and you can say, oh, well, an apple has a little bit of natural sugar in it. So, the best thing to eat is cauliflower. So
Yeah.
I'm only going to eat cauliflower. I hate it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's
It makes me gag.
Yeah.
And I put 6 pounds of ranch on it just so I can get it down the throat.
Yeah. Figure out if you're at this point where you're just starting, you are a ways away from dialing in nutrition and
Yeah.
worrying about specific calorie counts or macros or micros or any of that. That stuff doesn't even need to be in your head.
No, we're just starting.
Yeah. Find a fruit or a vegetable that you like.
Yeah.
And incorporate that.
Yeah. That would be number one. One of the biggest things I would say with nutrition, if you're like, no, I want to start, more than just adding something, then I would say the way you start your day sets the tone for the rest of the day in terms of your insulin. So I would start the day with protein. 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 Like if you really want to change things, but you're like, I don't want to change too much. This is going to take time. Start with that first meal of the day and then add a salad to your evening meal and start with the salad. I don't even care what the dressing is at this point if we're just starting. Now, as you progress through that month, sugar is something that you're going to have to address because you're going to go through sugar withdrawals. So slowly but surely do that.
And
go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a whole podcast on that. And so if you're having that, go back and check that out because it's a legitimate thing and it's not easy to get through.
It's not. I mean, some of the, doctors, gurus, whoever say that sugar is harder to come off of than heroin. And you go through legitimate withdrawals and you get angry and all of the things. And so I've decided with the people that I work with is that we're slowly taking these things out. The reason why is because you still have to navigate in life. And so if you are clocking into a job or you have to show up for things and you're feeling fucking crazy because yesterday you were eating, a Snickers bar and a Snickers drink for breakfast. And today you're drinking green juice, you're going to go a little, crazy. You just are. And so I don't suggest that at all. Your body needs to slowly detoxify. That's going to take about a month or so for you to find equilibrium in your psyche and in your cravings and things of that nature. And so just slowly but surely, but a non-negotiable, in my opinion, like I said earlier, is protein for breakfast. Absolutely.
Yeah. And we already said it, but just to reiterate before we move on, it's so critical that you are brutally honest with your nutrition because how many people have we talked to? They're like, oh yeah, I eat pretty good. Like, okay, don't change anything. Track your food for a week and
just
be honest.
Write it down.
Just write it down. We don't need to know like calorie counts or any of that shit. Just write down everything you eat and drink.
Yeah.
And then, inevitably people look at it like, holy shit, I had no idea, I had these snacks or this extra whatever. And it's just, you have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because people don't realize how much shit they drink.
Yeah.
That's the biggest, like, oh my goodness, right? Whether it's alcoholic beverages, whether it's energy drinks, whether it's coffee drinks, right? It's just like you're consuming so much sugar and calories just in the form of drinking when you really should just be drinking water. That's another thing. Up your water. I didn't even put that on here. Drink water.
Yeah.
And not to the point where you feel sick because, people say, oh, you should drink this. Oh, you should drink that. We've done whole podcasts on the water thing. Listen to your body, but it also requires water to digest, to function, to flush things out of your kidneys. So
I
obviously
think
drink water.
I think that's an underappreciated component of water. If we're going to
Mm-hmm.
talk about that a little bit, that can be like number 3.5
Yeah.
on your list. The impact it has on digestion.
Yeah.
Because, you think about, oh yeah, I'm thirsty, so I need water, whatever. Everybody understands that. But every part of your body is slows down, or is lacking or starts to fail if you don't have enough water, including digestion. So it can, and then all of a sudden, if your stomach hurts, then well, you're going for whatever shitty stuff that you think is going to make you feel better. It's such a
Cycle.
cyclical thing.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah. All right. So do you have anything to add with the things that we just spoke? And here's something I want to say, and we say this all the time, but I'm going to say it anyway because I hear this all the time. I don't like water. Tough shit. Grow up. You're an adult. Drink water. The reason why you don't like water is because your palate is so screwed with the garbage that you've been eating. This is the tough love, Jonna. That everything tastes gross and water's gross. Sorry, you're human. You were designed to drink water. So be an adult. There you go. That's my last little thing. And I love you and I understand, listener, but that's just the tough love at this point because I've heard it so many times. I don't like water while they're sucking down their 15th caramel macchiato and their tongue is coated. And I'm thinking that's because your palate is so fucked right now that your human design doesn't even like water. Red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Do you have anything?
No, I think
that's it. I want you guys to also focus on recovery, right? So, and resting. So as you start this, right? So we've got the walking. Okay, John, I've got to walk for at least 5 minutes every day. I need to resistance train 3 times a week, guys. We didn't say that earlier.
No, yeah, good. Thank
you.
you.
I would say 3 times a week, you're going to do this, resistance training, whatever that looks like for you. And you guys, we have an entire system built for you. This is just a shameless plug for Rebuilt for Men and Rebuilt for Women, where we start with bands and body weight and then dumbbells and then barbells, right? So if you have no idea and you need a program, the way we train is based off of Rebuilt. Everything is based off of Rebuilt. What we have individually walked through. Yeah. And go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say it also touches on most, if not all of the other things that we're touching on here too. So it's all packaged up and lots more explanation about things and some science behind why certain things are good, certain things aren't as good.
Yeah.
So there's a lot.
And you can find that at our website,
cjelevatedlife.com.
All right, there you go. Okay, so recovery, the body needs rest. Okay. And so it's super important that you're also incorporating some rest in there. Don't get into the mindset that, well, Jonna, I've rested now for a decade and, this is what got me to that point. And so now every single day I need to, go, because I guarantee you're going to hit a wall. It's different for everyone. It's either a weekend for some people it's a month, some people it's 10 training sessions. And then they're like, this is too hard. I'm too tired because I wanted to do something every day for 3 hours and I'm sick of it.
Right. Here's your everyday walk for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If you can walk more, cool. But if you're stuck on that, and so many people are stuck on that.
I get stuck on that. Yeah.
Like, okay, that can be your checkbox of, okay, every day I did something beyond my normal routine or whatever. I walked to the mailbox twice.
Yeah.
Sweet. You got it. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to do 100 bodyweight squats today if you did them yesterday.
Yeah. And you're feeling sore, right? And the body is feeling tired. Learn to listen to your own meat suit instead of outsourcing all of the things to everyone else.
It definitely can be counterintuitive, but if you're interested in the science on it, there's so much out there that talks about how critical recovery is.
I think we did an entire podcast on it
Mhm.
at some point too. So you can
Yeah.
also look back. So this kind of goes into this adjust instead of quitting. So, meaning life happens. We've just explained to you the last few months of life happening.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't quit, we had to adjust. And that's hard. Pivoting is hard, but we had to pivot to okay, we own a gym. Now we don't own a gym. Now we're doing band workouts, right? Like now we're doing body weight workouts to now like back to dumbbells, thank goodness. But life happens. So even if you have to take a week off because life happened and it was just chaotic, um, it's okay. That's okay because we're playing the long game here.
Mhm.
We're not playing the in 6 months, I want to be shredded, or by next summer, I want to be a size 2. We are playing longevity,
Mhm.
right? We want to develop the habits for a lifetime instead of doing this whole start and stop bullshit that just messes with the psyche and makes you feel like shit over and over again because you keep starting and stopping. This is why the starting point is base level that we're telling you,
Mhm.
right? It's not like tomorrow we're doing water aerobics every single day for the next, whatever,
Yeah. I think it's important with the adjust versus quit mentality, which, obviously I totally agree with. When you find yourself in those times where let's say you travel for your job. Like, okay, I'm going to be on the road for a week, wherever. I don't know what the gym's going to look like. I don't know what my schedule is going to look like, whatever that might be. Those are not going to be times where you are like making huge advancements in, if you've got goals of, because there's nothing wrong with having goals of, I want to be able to bench a certain amount
Mm-hmm.
or squat a certain amount or, whatever those things are. Those come along a little bit later. But my point is just, you really get into when you have to adjust, you really get into more of like a maintenance, keeping the consistency. So pick the things that you really like to do.
Yeah.
Don't try to convince yourself that, okay, we're in the middle of moving and I don't know.
I'm going to do 100 burpees a day.
Yeah, thank you. That's a perfect one.
Burpee challenge.
Yeah. Right. Like, because that's not going to happen.
No.
But if it's just, we need to find 10 minutes to go for a walk.
Yep.
We need to,
jump on the trampoline for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Find those things so you're still doing something.
Totally.
And understanding this is still a positive. This is going to pass.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be able to get back into my routine of, whatever that is in a more of a set routine.
And that's hard. It's a mental game.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that because I just went through it myself. It's very difficult. And I had to, and we spoke about this, remind myself of what I tell my clients in this situation. Oh, life happens.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just doing body weight squats, and there was a time where I was just doing body weight squats,
Yeah.
right? And maybe some push-ups and jumping on my trampoline for 10 minutes. And I was just like, this is terrible. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose all my gains forever. Not true, guys. Not true, because I just went through it for several months. And sure, getting back into lifting heavy, it took a little bit of time, a couple of weeks. But now it's like, okay, cool.
Okay, so that makes me think of something. And you might have to help me work through this nuance. Because what we're not talking about is, I don't know, I'm kind of tired of this, so I need to adjust.
Yeah.
Or, so I need to adjust. This is like legitimately life happened.
Totally.
Life took me out of my routine,
Mm-hmm.
things beyond my control or, outside my little realm. And so I need to fix something. This isn't just, I don't feel like going to the gym today, so, I'll do 5 wall push-ups and that'll be good. That's not what we're talking about.
No, I'm so glad you brought that up, because the whole I don't feel like it is the reason why you're listening to this and writing down each thing to inspire you to get your ass moving.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't felt like it for a long time. And newsflash, I've been doing this for 5 years now. And probably 60% of the time, maybe more, I don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing it. I just don't. It's not like I woke up one day and I'm like, I just love to, lift every single day
Mm-hmm.
or, prioritize all these things. I just love it. It's so great to say no to the Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Can I please just not have any? Right? Like, no. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, Jonna, do you want to feel like shit? Do you want to look like shit? And do you want to project your shit onto the planet, right? Because what you project, you receive back. No, I don't. I already lived that life. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it at all. And the truth is you don't either.
Mm-hmm.
And so remind yourself of what got you to the point that you're at now. It's going to take time to build these habits. The whole notion of building a habit in 21 days, bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes much longer. Everyone's different on this. Maybe some people it does only take 21 days. For others, it doesn't. So who cares if you don't feel like it? It's right up there with
drink water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally right up there with drink water.
Yep.
Like, fine, if you don't feel like it, then you're just going to progress and you're feeling like shit all of the time.
And so this is part of the nuance. Then you also do have to listen to your body.
Yes.
And so if you are like, if it's hard for you to stand up because you're sore, get up off the toilet. The toilet's always one that you like to bring up as well. That doesn't mean you stop. That might mean that you adjust and work on something else for a day until you can recover, because you got to be able to recover.
Yep.
So, it's still about honesty with yourself and listening to your body. And I would say, if you have questions about it, reach out to us.
For sure.
Because we can absolutely talk you through it. And, because there is some nuance and some things that, like, oh, hey, maybe we do need to take a day off of this particular exercise because your legs are too fatigued,
or your knees are hurting,
but so let's do some upper body stuff, or let's do some something else that's going to help. There's lots of different things, but it is just a navigation of, is it because you're kind of just being a wimp and don't want to do something, or it's always, if we go to coach speak, it's always, are you injured or are you hurt? Are you hurt or are you injured? If you're hurt, you could probably get your ass back up and go. Right. If you're injured, now we have to take care of that. Now we have to, get into the recovery mode of, what do we need to do?
Absolutely. And I would say, for me, the question that I would have you ask yourself is, are you lying to yourself?
Yeah.
Because we talk a lot about lying to other people, and so many people are lying to their own selves. And so the reason, and I've said this 1,000,000,000,000 times, fitness is the gateway drug to excellence in every area of your life, because you have to fucking be honest with yourself. And it starts today. To you, listener, it starts today. You have to be honest with, what am I consuming? What am I telling myself? Am I stuck in a victim mindset where it's, do you have legitimate things? Because there are legitimate things. Or are you just lying to yourself? So that's the leveling up emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, blah, 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 that happens alongside with, getting a healthy meat suit.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Well, I hope this was helpful.
Everything?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Do you have going to talk about sleep?
Oh, well, I forgot. Okay. Sleep.
My number one.
Yeah.
Because I just know, and I know I'm not alone in this. entire day is fucked up if I don't get good sleep.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you can maybe power through something, but you're not going to be 100%. You're naturally going to want to eat shittier because your body's craving that quick energy that's just terrible for you.
That is so factual.
You know,
right there, that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're even just, mentally processing things.
Yeah.
Beyond. And so when you get to that, if you don't have good sleep, all those other things essentially go out the window, because your mind, your conscious or your subconscious, is going to start throwing things out. I can't walk. I didn't get good sleep. I need this nutrition, whatever. I can't.
Life is
do
so much
this.
of a uphill battle when you don't have proper sleep.
Yeah. So the shit that you're just trying to start, that stuff's all going to fall off.
Yeah.
So develop a good sleep routine. And we talk extensively about that. We've done several podcasts.
And take magnesium if you need help sleeping. But there's so many different reasons why people are not sleeping. But yes, deep dive into that on your own. Be your own guru to figure out why you're not sleeping, right?
I almost got a lizard.
Oh, you did?
I
was like, what is going on over there? Anyway, do you want to add more to that besides just developing a good sleep routine?
No, I think that's good. Like I said, we've talked extensively about it. We've done several podcasts, so go back and listen to those.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll do more, as we continue on. But it's just, people, I think, really lie to themselves. And they're, it's almost like a brag of, oh, I only need like 5 hours of sleep a night. Like, and maybe you do, there are outliers, but most people need 7 to 8 hours of good sleep to be able to fully function. And it could just be, okay, I need 5 hours to make it through a day.
Yeah.
But to make it through a day, you're not doing the other stuff on that list. You're not prioritizing yourself, and you're not elevating.
No. Yep, you're right.
Hopefully existing.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this and care about at all what we're saying, you're tired of fucking just existing.
Yep.
You want something more, and it starts with sleep.
It does. It does. And it starts also after sleep with all of the things that we just listed, right? This is how you start. And you may be sitting there going, well, Jonna, that's like nothing, Too bad. Start here and build, right? If this seems too simple, then start and just build, progress, and learn about your body, learn about yourself, so that you quit reaching for everyone else to solve your problems.
I would say if this seems too easy, and you've got all of those things perfected, good for you.
Yeah, and build on it.
Because I don't know many humans on the planet that have all of those things perfected.
Yeah, right. Including me.
Including
me.
Sure.
I have been battling sleep since I moved to Kauai.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. I hope that this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to what, Clint?
Well, you can go on cjellevatedlife.com. That's got links to all of our different socials. You can comment on this podcast.
Clint's favorite.
Love people commenting on the podcast, whether it's on Apple or Spotify or YouTube, wherever you're listening or watching. Email us, whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah. All right, you guys, have a great day. I hope this was helpful.
And we'll talk to you soon.